Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review. This is a Twiss pens, and if you don't know, Twiss pens, or John Twiss, is a UK custom pen maker. So John Twiss gets off to all of the UK pen shows, and now co-owns and co-runs the UK pen shows as of the end of 2019. So this pen is on loan to me from a friend. This pen will be going back, but this is the box that it comes in. So I think let's lift the lid off on this box, and here you see the pen and also a little pen sleeve as well, which is a little bit more felty, velvety like. And this is the pen, and this is a Twiss Pens Lizard in the blue Cellulose Acetate, and the cellulose acetate was made around the 1930s to the 1940s in Le Mans in France. Originally made for Parker, Waterman and Conway Stewart. So this is a vintage cellulose acetate, and it's made in strips of 1 inch wide and spiral wrapped around a mandrel. And you may be able to see this here, that the stripes that are about 1 inch wide tend to be a little bit darker diagonally where that 1 inch kind of finishes, but this is what the material looks like, and this really is beautiful material. And this comes in a green, a blue and a grey, and I think it comes in some other colours as well. But you can see here the lovely lizard skin that is going on there, so this really is quite nice. Now the pen itself, it comes with a black finial here, and the cap is quite cylindrical, and it drops down here at where the body joins the cap, and then it starts to taper out a little bit more down to what is the end cap, which again is a black sort of domed finial. The clip on here, John has put a sort of Parker style arrow head clip on that pen, which I think it makes it look really nice. And if I unscrew the cap, you will see here it comes with a Twiss Pens logoed nib, and this is a Yovo nib, and it's a steel nib. It's a fine nib, and it has an ABS plastic feed there, and I'm not sure if this section is plastic or resin, or if it's a ebonite. It kind of feels a little bit more ebonite-y to me. And if I unscrew the body here, you will see a cartridge converter. It's just a standard international cartridge converter there, and it has a lot of threads on it. But in terms of the size of this pen, if I zoom out a little bit more, you'll see here that this is actually a really nice long size in my hand. I can post the cap if I want to, but it does become a massive wand. It's not back weighted at all. This whole pen is extremely light. The pen is a little bit more on the thinner side to what I like in pens. I tend to like a little bit more of a girthier pen, but it holds a number 6 size nib, and it feels just about right in the hand there. So for me, this is actually quite a nice weight and size of a pen. So I think with that, we'll do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the length of the pen, we are looking at 145 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we are looking at 60 millimeters in length. And then we will check until the whole length of the body to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines. We're looking at 134 millimeters in length. So that to me is what I class as an oversized pen in terms of length. I think let's do a weight check. The full weight of the pen, uninked, is just under 16.5 grams. The weight of the cap, we're looking just under 7 grams. And then the weight of the body, we're looking just under 9 grams. So it is a super light pen. I think let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Positano blue, a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Hawaii, a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Mediterraneo, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the King Cobra, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Dragon. We have a Twiss Pens Lizard in the blue Cellulose Acetate. We have a Twiss Pens, and this is the Volcano in Alumilite. We have a Pelican M800 Royal Gold Radon. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Grande Sand. And then we have an Armando Simone Club Bologna Extra in the blue Lucians. So, I think let's go and do a writing sample. This is the Twiss Pens Lizard, and this is in the blue, and it's cellulose, and it's acetate. Now the nib in here is a fine, and it's a steel nib. It's a Jowo nib that John Twiss uses. And the ink in here is Waterman. And it's Florida, but more recently renamed to Serenity Blue. Now, in terms of line variation, it is a fine nib, so it is going to put down a fine line. It's a steel nib, and if I push it a little bit more, you can get a little bit more line variation out of it. And you can see here the figure of eights. And you can see there's no hard starts or skips on that nib. In terms of ink wetness, let's have a look, or nib wetness. This is actually quite a well-tuned nib. It's quite a wet nib. It's not a fire hose nib though, but it's a nib that writes, I would say, just right in terms of wetness, and it's a fine nib as well. So you can find some medium nibs that wouldn't be anywhere near as wet as this. So for me, this is actually quite a nice writing nib and quite a nice writing pen. So what do I like and what do I not like about this pen? So I love that this pen, it's a custom pen made by John Twiss of Twiss Pens in the UK. I love that this is a vintage cellulose acetate material made in the 1930s, 1940s in Le Mans in France. I also like that it's got this lizard skin on it as well. I do like that it's a cartridge converter, and I do like how the pen writes. I like the length of the pen. For me, the only thing that I don't like really is the girthiness of the pen, and I think the reason the pen is so slim is because it's a vintage cellulose acetate, so you are not going to have a massively wide cellulose rod there. But for me, I like the pen, and I do like how it writes, and I've seen these on John Twiss's table at many pen shows, and I have always looked at them and wanted to get one. So maybe at some point I will pick one up, but this pen is on loan to me by a friend, and this will be going back to him very shortly. So I'd like to thank him for the loan of the pen for review. So this is my review of the Twiss pens Lizard in the blue cellulose acetate. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.